Hey guys, I'm Jeff Moffitt, the nurse practitioner with North Laurel Family Medicine. You know, it's strange. Somewhere in the past, healthcare became identified with disease management. Now, when it comes to healthy living, I believe many of us have become so frustrated that we've gotten to the point of giving up. Healthcare has become too busy to do much more than treat the symptoms and ignore the root causes of many of our issues. And even when these issues are addressed, there's little more than just watch your diet and try to exercise. There are so many promises out there. This plan is the real deal to lose all the weight. And then I have the cream that fixes the stretch marks plus this exercise program that only takes a few minutes here and there. But most of us have spent money that we don't have without the results we were after because we didn't really know how to implement. Don't tell me that you've not made up your mind before. This time I'm gonna do it, only to give up in disappointment in less than a month. Or was it a week? Or maybe 3 days? Or worse, you did it. You made this huge progress, but somehow that was then, and now it's too much to even think about. Well, I have a message for you. Most of the plans that you tried were destined to fail eventually. Most of the programs available to you are designed around big changes and quick results. They're designed to have a low success rate that causes people who fall away to blame themselves because they weren't good enough or strong enough or disciplined enough. And the truth is the program wasn't designed for average people like us. I'm gonna tell you something, but you have to keep listening. What I'm about to say can be taken way out of context, but here goes. It's not all your fault. Now wait, don't go jumping to conclusions about what I just said. Just because the program was destined to fail doesn't mean that your health is not your responsibility. So let me explain. It's not your fault that most of these programs fail. They were designed to fit into a life that was well ordered and adaptable for the given program. Most of us have a different focus with our average day that makes success nearly impossible. We need training somewhere in the process before we can be a long-term success with most of these plans. But just because the design was faulty doesn't mean I'm not responsible. That's the whole point of the Optimal Health Program starting on July 11th. We want to start with you several steps earlier, smaller, and smarter than every other program. The building blocks of health and the building blocks of success are the same. How can we make small changes that have huge impact if we don't know where to start? My own journey started over 10 years ago. Through various trials, stress, different workouts, and times of no working out at all, I'm still 50 pounds lighter today than I was then. I was obese, exhausted, medicated, and intimidated. I was funny though. That's how I coped, because I was nervous that I couldn't be successful. One more failure in my life was something that I really couldn't risk emotionally. There was no quick way to make lasting change. I had tried and failed so many times, but I decided to begin in a way that gave me a chance to control little things. That's all we're talking about. So, let me finish by telling you something that you may not know. You are not destined to live in a way that causes you to constantly feel like a failure. You're capable of amazing things, and you live in a time and place that makes change difficult, but it's probably easier than you can imagine. Just a few other things. Lasting change takes longer than most of us expect. And while we are capable of amazing things, we typically do stuff that disappoints us every day. And this is due to a wrong focus and thought pattern. And lastly, nobody is going to show up and help you until you're ready. But if you're ready, we can point you in the right direction. So here's what I'm asking you to do today. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. Take the steps toward investing in yourself. Call the clinic at 601-531-2200 and get on our list for the Optimal Health Program. Go to NorthLaurelFamilyMed.com and be sure to sign up for our email list. And let's go make a change that we can be proud of together. Thanks. Have a great week.